Hello and welcome back to our series of videos on basics of compaction. Today we will walk you through part 4, which will be talking about the characteristics of the drum during vibration mode. And in the drum, when it is vibrating, there are two components in vibration that we need to understand. One is called amplitude and the second is called frequency. Amplitude is nothing but how high the drum is bouncing from the ground. This is called a nominal amplitude and varies from different manufacturer to different manufacturer. Amplitude is generally selected for soil compactor where you need to have higher amplitude and lower frequency, and for asphalt compactor where you need to have lower amplitude and higher frequency. So on the machine we have the dial-in available for changing the frequencies, and by moving the vibration control lever you can get infinitely variable frequencies from 0 to 30 Hz. In the case of soil compactor or asphalt compactor, the mantra is same. You have to have two modes of operation. One is high amplitude and the second is low amplitude. High amplitude is depending on the thickness of the layer that we are going to compact. If the layer thickness is more, then you go for the high amplitude. If the layer thickness is less than 200 mm, then go for lower amplitude. In the case of asphalt compactor, we have to select the highest frequency available in that machine for that manufacturer specification and you choose the lowest possible amplitude. Please remember, the soil compaction layer is very thick compared to the asphalt compaction layer, and therefore as the layer thickness decreases, the amplitude has to reduce but the frequency has to increase. So what is the necessity for compaction? The frequency is very important for us. We say high frequency and low frequency, but how do you set this frequency? Setting of this frequency is known as impact spacing. In other words, when the drum is bouncing and traveling along the surface to be compacted, the impacts are about usually 10 to 12 impacts per foot, which is optimum. And during this stage, the number of times the drum is bouncing is known as the frequency. So this is the difference between frequency and amplitude, and they are all correlated by a single relation which is called travel speed. TS is equal to VPM divided by IPF, where TS is nothing but travel speed, VPM is the vibrations per minute value of that manufacturer, and divided by the highest frequency available in that particular machine. So the compaction mantra is, for soil compaction we select high amplitude and low frequency, or for asphalt compaction we select high frequency and low amplitude. So that brings us to the end of this section of a series of videos on basics of compaction. We really hope you have enjoyed it, and stay tuned and happy learning. Thank you so much.